Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again, we're going to check out Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. So, a recent patch just dropped, February 4th, 2025, build 124. Let's go ahead and check it out because I just saw it, and I'm curious to see what's in it. Trinket material rewards, crystal and dust after a mission now go up by 10% per new game. That is huge. I can't tell you how many times I've had to grind out those materials in that whole four candles run in order to just edit a couple of pieces of gear. So I'm super happy to see that. So I can run maybe NG3, NG4 now and possibly see a little bit more in terms of rewards, but I guess we'll have to see. Still having 7 characters, it's going to be a bit tough, I think. Unless you can find a character that you can just easily run through the entire way relatively quickly, blowing everything up in the process, and guaranteeing a payout at the end. I think, yeah, you're going to have to find a character that can do that, and then once you do, though, the more NG you can push, the better. Fixed issue with resuming runs spawning the player out of bounds from the level. Didn't know that existed, but okay, that's cool. Fixed broken healing on Entangle and Dark Ritual for clients and multiplayer. Interesting. I always typically play single player when it comes to Warlock or the Ranger, so I'm glad to see that that's fixed now. Added some more high tiers of certain accomplishments. That's also good. Typically, these achievements award you with skill points or attribute points, whatever. So having more tiers means more of those to earn. So that's good. Adjusted high tiers of accomplishments. So Murder and Demolisher are a bit quicker to get and Exorcist a bit slower to get to make them a bit more even. Okay, just some balancing stuff with achievements. Shadow Rift's minimap icon now shows when it has been consumed. Okay. That's helpful. Character screen now defaults to equipment inventory when opened in town. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I can't tell you how many times I had to click on that stupid equipment tab in order to see what I had on me. I'm looking, okay, why don't I have any trinket? Oh, these are trinkets. Okay, got it. Fix for Apothecary, removing potion charge upgrades when talking to her in intro mission when a higher level character in multiplayer. Okay, that's weird. Icon keyword legend in the bottom left of UI now shows keyword descriptions of equipment. I think that's huge because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on that players are always asking about. You know, what is true damage, or for example, or what is this, what is that? You know, and even with my mathing damage video, there are some like keywords that, you know, just aren't explained. So I'm really hoping that this includes everything that people were asking about. So we'll have to see when we actually get in there. Fixed lesser shades showing HP bars while in spawn animation. That's not a big thing. Blueprints and levels are now a bit more consistent in how often they show up. I'm out of blueprints at this point, unless they add more. So that doesn't affect me too much, but I'm glad that that's a thing. Added info about current eye level to blacksmith equipment upgrading. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Typically, you can upgrade up to 10 times, at least with a particular piece of gear. But I never get to that point. But if there's more information as to what you're upgrading and all that jazz, then that's great. Fixed issue with getting builder's accomplishment incorrectly as client and multiplayer. Fixed conviction shield of faith level up bonus of block amount being reversed. Okay, so I guess part of the pally stuff was broken, and it looks like that was fixed now. Okay, that let me tell you, trying to solo as a pally is so slow going. I typically don't die, but still, it's slow going. So I'm glad that they're actually making some changes there. More string and UI adjustments for game translatability in different languages. Okay, I'm not going to bother reading all that out. It says here, we've been working on a number of balance changes with a focus on improving the scaling of certain mechanics, especially weapon attacks and strength builds. It's not quite ready yet, but it will be the focus of the next patch. Okay. As some of you know, I have some guides coming out, and, you know, I always say that spell power typically is 99% better than weapon power. So this may change that. So just as I've said, the developers are going to be changing things, so some of my guides may be outdated as soon as I release them. So, but I'm glad though. I'm glad because, I can't tell you how many times, like, I'm going through a run with my wizard or my warlock and I'm blowing everything up with spell power. And then I get in there with a warrior or, some melee class. And I'm constantly like, it doesn't feel as satisfying as a two-handed warrior. I should be slicing through everything, but it actually favors, me using my spell power abilities to get through. So I'm super happy that they're going to be working on those balance changes. I think that's something that is going to be huge. Now, one thing I would still like to see at some point, some rework of the curse mechanic, and also some way to minimize NG penalties because I think they're just too harsh right now. So again, this is a smaller team, so I get that they can't get everything right away. So I'm curious as to what you folks think of this patch and what you would like to see in future patches. So leave comments in the below. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.